Welcome to Get to the Point. In this video, I will get to the point in first 30 seconds. And after that, if you want to keep watching the video, please keep watching to get more details. So I just stayed in W, in Maldives and St. Regis. Which one is better? Which one would I recommend? St. Regis W. Save your headache. Do not go to W. It's not worth it. Go to St. Regis. Use 15,000 extra point to book the room, but it's so much worth it. I will go into more details, so keep watching. So I just took a trip. I'm still actually in St. Regis. I went to W Hotel, W Maldives for 5 nights, and then I just came to St. Regis yesterday. So already I can tell you St. Regis is better. And I will go over some of those details because I think it's really important when people are making a decision. So let's say you are a family, 100% St. Regis is better. The way St. Regis is built, it's built for families. It's built for small kids. It's built for teenagers. There's so many activities to do in St. Regis. When you go to W, it's mostly for honeymooners, people who are there for honeymoons, people who are there for vacations, but they're much older. They're not with their young kids. So once I was there, I didn't see a lot of kids in W Hotel. I saw a lot of kids in St. Regis. The breakfast, amazing breakfast in St. Regis. I also think the breakfast in W is also very good, but St. Regis breakfast is just like next level. So many more things that they offer you. The taste is so much better than W Hotel. So I will 100% recommend, just based on breakfast, St. Regis Hotel. Especially if you're going to get free breakfast in St. Regis, I would 100% go with St. Regis and stay at St. Regis instead of W Hotel in Maldives. Now, let's talk about other things. Yes, W is less expensive. St. Regis is more expensive. So it's expensive to book a room in St. Regis. It's expensive to go to a restaurant in St. Regis. But everything adds up. You pay a little bit more, but you get a better product at the end of the day. So yes, it will take at least 100,000 points to book in St. Regis Maldives, but you might get W for 85,000. If you find a great time, you might be able to get St. Regis for 85,000 points as well, but it's just not worth it. I don't think you should go to W even if it's cheaper. I think it's better to just go to St. Regis, find 85,000 or even pay 100,000 if you have to. I don't think you will find a lot of 100,000. I think the best time to go to Maldives is between November to April. And if you are not there in that time, you will miss the great weather, which is sunny all the time. To just give you an example, this is my 7th night in Maldives, and we only had 1 day of rain, and that was in W, and it was only for 3 hours, and that's it. So we're in March right now, so I think that's why it's great weather, and the weather is always 81 to 88. It's not like 95 and it's not 79. It's literally like very, very good weather all the time. So just go over some more details about W. The customer service, providing this great experience of staying in a luxurious resort is just not that good. W have failed us. I spoke to many people who went to W many times before us. There was a couple who came there 6 times. So this was their 6th time coming to W Hotel. And they said this was the worst experience they had. And like 5 other times, they had great experience with W Maldives, but this year they didn't like it. And part of that is the GM. The GM is just a different person, and I don't think he's really paying attention to the customer service. St. Regis is the best when it comes to providing great service. They have Butler Service, which is very, very good. As soon as you get here, the butler is there. He takes you around, he comes to your room, he explains you everything. Doesn't matter which St. Regis you are staying. Bora Bora, St. Regis, same exact butler service. Abu Dhabi, St. Regis, same exact butler service. New York or Maldives. This butler service is just amazing for when you are in St. Regis. So you cannot compare W with that. Let's say, let's talk about other things. So when we got to W Hotel, there were a lot of different things that were not working in the room. The kettle to warm the water was not working. One of the phone was not working. And then after our first night, the second phone stopped working. And then we actually went out and made a call from another phone that was in the walkways. And we contacted someone and we said, hey, the phone is not working and we need the phone because this is how we contact you guys. This is how we tell you we need the buggy to come pick us up. This is how we request certain things. This is how we ask to reserve certain type of restaurants. But can you please send someone? No one came. Almost 20 hours later, no one came. So that's when I had to go and speak to the GM about it, and I did go and ask for GM to speak to me. And first they said, oh, he's in a meeting, he cannot talk to me. And I told them, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go sit in the lounge and I'm gonna wait for GM. Whenever he's done, tell him to come and meet me. At least he was on the property. So at some point he did come and I spoke to him. And he was really nice and he was very apologetic. And I think that's what they all do. But I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to speak to GM to get a phone fix. The phone that I'm going to use to contact the reception area, to reserve my restaurants. So it was just a really bad experience in W. So I will strongly recommend to spend a little bit more money and spend some more points and stay in St. Regis Maldives instead of the W Maldives. I do want to mention that there are people like the point guy who did say why would he stay in W over St. Regis in Maldives. I'm not really sure why that was done, why that article was recommending W over St. Regis. If you go to Flyer Talk, if you go to TripAdvisor, most people will tell you that St. Regis is just better. At least breakfast is so much better. But the experience that I just had, I'm a platinum member, so going to St. Regis, going to W, I should be treated the same way. But I think first they didn't really care that I was there. They didn't care that I was platinum member. They didn't care that my room had all the things working. Even my TV had blurred screen. So I at that point I was just really tired and didn't want to like continue to go back and forth and tell them like, look, the TV is not working properly either. The kettle is not working. The phones are not working, and the service, they're not providing us any service. Let's talk more about service. We got to the W and no one told us anything about the schedule for the restaurants. So there are 3 restaurants: Fire, Fish, and Kitchen. It was my understanding the kitchen is always open because the whole motto of W is whenever, whatever. Basically, everything is available to you at any time, so you ask for it. That's what W always wants you to believe, but at least not in Maldives. Maybe it was because of COVID, but Kitchen was closed when we tried to book Kitchen one night. We were not aware that at least one restaurant is always closed. So out of the 3 restaurants, one is always closed. So on Monday, one will close. On Tuesday, another one will close. But no one told us that. So we went to one restaurant one night. We went to another restaurant another night. We went to the same restaurant one more time because we liked the fish restaurant because it has the catch of the day, which we really liked. But when we booked Kitchen, we found out that it was not bookable because it was closed for that night. I think they were trying to save money. They're trying to use the same people in different restaurants, and that's exactly what we saw. We saw the same people at breakfast, and we saw the same people in Fish, and the same people in Fire, depending on what day it is. So the communication was not there. They were not telling us all the things that we needed to know. No one told us what type of activities are available to us and how we can book it. I actually had to contact W 3 weeks before our arrival to ask them what type of things we can reserve ahead of time, what type of things we offer, the complimentary things, and so on. But they said they wait 2 weeks, so they say they email you 2 weeks before, and I think that's probably what St. Regis does. St. Regis did the same thing. So I understand that, but I just feel like the customer service is so horrible in W that it doesn't make sense to not go to St. Regis and go to W. So my recommendation, please spend a little bit more money, please spend some more points and go to St. Regis. You will love it. Yes, St. Regis is going to be a little bit more expensive. The seaplane is going to be a little bit more expensive, but at the end of the day, you will love it and it will be worth it. Please like and subscribe to this channel for more videos and discussion like this. Thank you.